Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Chaos and Cats. We got a wily girl in the background with Laura right now. Our usual chaos queen, Chloe.
Yeah, which is actually not the chaos that we were referring
No,
to.
not
like with the cats.
No,
originally.
but then Laura went
it's
and added a dog back into the mix, and Laura didn't just add a dog. Laura added a crazy freaking like chaos machine of a dog to the family. So
okay, and we were warned.
We were warned, and
shelter.
We had a little trial period
but she was
where
really sad.
we just couldn't send her back.
She was just like, she was really sad at the shelter, and even though she was like a level 3 out of 5 of like issues,
only a level 3 out of 5, guys.
I still was like, we gotta get her, because otherwise she's gonna be an issue dog, and
no, I get it.
She's gonna die. So she's mine now, and now we all have issues.
There are worse dogs to have.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's
though,
just high energy.
It's kind of just in a funny way.
She's just high energy. Like, that's what it is.
High energy
and dumb. Very
so
dumb.
It's like,
very dumb. We love her, but she's
killing
dumb.
me.
She's dumb. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We love her, but
she's interested in every single leaf we pass on the road.
That's so funny. And there's a lot of them right now.
Yeah, and she likes to chase them, even though they're just laying in the middle of the road. She will run into the middle of the road, and I have to yell at her
That's
9
so funny.
times.
I'll bring in random leaves from outside that are nice and crunchy for Daruk, because he likes to eat them.
I love that. I'm gonna have to try that with
he
Henry.
absolutely loves crunchy leaves, so he'll sit there and he'll crunch on them, and he eats leaves, and I'm like, all right, you do what you gotta do, boy. That's what you like. Oh, I'm Kaylie, by the way. We keep forgetting to do that. We didn't do that.
Oh.
No, I don't think we did.
Well,
if we did, great. I stoned. But, if we didn't, there we go. I don't think we did.
No, that makes sense. I don't know if I've said my name today, so.
I got no other reason to say my name today other than this podcast, so.
Exactly. Which we may even stop doing that. If you don't know who we are about 50 episodes in, we're gonna fucking deal with it.
One day. It's technically more than 50 because we do game episodes too.
Yes, I was trying to add them, but I don't know where we're at.
We've got 20 game episodes and 30 something main episodes, 35.
Okay, yeah, I was just
34.
trying to math it up.
So we got 50, 60-ish some odd. We got probably closer to 60 some odd episodes.
Which is fucking awesome because I think we've been doing this for just a little over a year.
I think it's been 2.
2 years?
Yeah, Laura. I'm pretty sure we've been doing this one for 2. Because my mom was still alive when we started this podcast.
Oh, that is a good
My mom was still alive, and my mom died a year ago. So it's been 2. It's been
2 years.
It's probably been a little over 2 years, but yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
We're back to time. The topic
bro.
Laura and I don't
know why it's going the way it's going.
Talking about sometimes.
It's
so
going too fast for me to keep up.
Seriously, I was just talking about this with someone. I swear, I'm blinking, and the week has just ended. What is happening?
Yes.
What are these time warps we are going through? I do not understand. Oh, Ruda got redressed. Dad
they
tried to warn us. I took her collar off when we were laying on the couch snuggling. I was giving her some deep neck scritches. You know, so I pulled the collar off, and then I didn't put it back on, so Dad redressed her. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Put her bra back on. That's what I like to say about Chloe.
Redressed. Have some dignity.
Have some dignity.
Oh, goodness.
You're a proper gentleman, alright?
So, I don't think we have too much to update you guys on, because we really talked not that long ago.
It's true.
But we now have it's technically, I think, a house mouse. We living in a house now, have rodents. And you know, as one does, you typically cull the, colonies of those rodents. We mostly have mice.
Same.
Well, one of them fell into a trap that wasn't really loaded with anything to kill it, you know? So it was like a bucket trap. We didn't have, you know. So it got stuck in there, and when Nick found it yesterday morning, he was still alive, you know? He was just in there, just all cute, curled up. And he, like, grew a conscience for a moment and felt really bad for all the mice and creatures he's been killing and decided we're keeping this one. So we took a bunch of, I have, like, a bunch of easy straw stuff because I was going to make, like, a little cat thing at one point for some stray cats, but I never did it. So I just have a big thing of straw. So I used that.
It's coming in handy regardless.
Mouse, for its bedding, and then we just gave it a bunch of, like, old, or, well, not really old, but, like, the cheap cat food for the ones that come around, for the neighborhood
for
kids.
The outside cats?
Well, they all have owners. It's the neighborhood kids that get to go outside. Mine don't get to go outside. Yeah.
Get some snacks. No.
We put food out occasionally for them just to give them snacks, like winter time.
I've been here for 3 or 4 years, and I've seen one cat outside, and it stared at me, and I stared at it, and I said, where the fuck did you come from? And then he walked away, and I said,
cats
okay,
that come around.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
That's
there's
cute,
at least
though.
3.
I want that.
But, we'll usually put food out in the winter for them, because in the summer there's plenty of things to hunt, and I want you to kill the mice in my property. And then I'll put food out for you during, like, the winter and shit like that. Because I know food is more scarce, so. Not that you're not being fed by your humans, but, you know.
But, you know, just in case. Just to make your winter a little bit better. See the depression and all.
Just gotta make sure you're well fed and everything. You're out there hunting. That burns up a lot of energy. So, yeah.
You need to be plump.
And then we
for
also
the
have a
winter,
bunch of sunflower seed and peanuts and stuff that we bought that we accidentally bought unsalted. So instead of eating, and we haven't eaten them, they've just been sitting in our cupboard. So it's like, cool, we can give them to the mouse. So, yeah. I threw a tomato in there, but he doesn't seem interested in the tomato, which is fine. It's like, fair. It's okay.
Yeah.
It grew too big, so it split. So too big, too fast, so it split. So yeah.
That's alright. I mean, Mark and I have done our fair share of trying to get mice away from Henry while he's trying to catch and kill them so that we can catch them and drive 2 miles down the road and let it outside, which we have done multiple times. But sometimes Henry...
Nick's in charge of it, but it's usually the kill method. It's really the...
Yeah. Well, Henry does the kill method, but if we can get to the mouse in time, 9 times out of 10 we probably can't because it's like in the middle of the night.
We've gotten all the ones that come in the house for the most part, and we do keep traps in other areas just in case. But
of course.
Yeah, they were getting in under the sink
in the past.
But I put tape around the spot where I'm pretty sure they were coming in from, and I haven't seen them come in there since. So we also don't keep food in the bottom cupboards. We just keep pots and pans. So there's no reason for them to come into those cupboards. If they do, there's nothing in there for them. So. There's also chemicals in there, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many.
Yeah, they're all usually either in the basement, which is a dirt basement, so that's impossible to keep them out of. And
Makes
then
sense.
the barn. Lots and lots and lots in the barn. So he's been trying to cull them a bit in the barn. So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
So now we've adopted
like
a mouse. His name is Monty. Monty the mouse.
Monty.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna talk to him every time, like it's like a Monty Python scene, okay?
Yeah, no, we ended up putting it down on the floor last night because Daruk was like pawing at the tank. Because we ended up just taking one of the fish tanks.
I kind of figured, because I know you had some pretty big ones. Yeah, so it's up on
the fish tank stand with the 2 small tanks.
He's gonna need a friend.
So Nick said he's willing to try to catch 1 to 2 more. But that's max. And I was like, I did make a joke. I was like, watch, the one we caught just got pregnant. We don't know what sex it is, of course, because they're too small to sex without.
And then what happens if you do 1 or 2
exactly,
more
and then we're definitely hiring the risks. Exactly, so that's what we were talking about.
Ooh.
So yeah, that'll become a whole thing. So we got to be mindful of that.
9,000
So we got to be mindful of that one. So, but he might get a friend.
You're breeding mice.
It'll just be if one happens to do the same thing that one did and get stuck in the bucket, you might just end up with your friend. Don't know. Yeah.
Who knows? Guess we'll see how that goes. It's an experiment.
He's passed out in a little jar that we put in his tank.
That's
Nocturnal,
so
of course. So
you're gonna have to get a little.
We're gonna try to get one. Daruk was glued to the tank basically all night last night, just watching. I put something heavy on the screen on top so he couldn't like get it open.
But that's great because the mouse is gonna live its best fucking life, and Daruk gets TV all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
So.
I wonder how long it'll take for him to be, like, less interested.
That's what I'm wondering, is how long it'll take for him to lose interest. We'll see what happens.
Timer has started, so.
He's never had a real life mouse to witness, to see, to look at. He's never seen a real life mouse. He's seen chipmunks and squirrels. But he's never seen a mouse. Aww. Not like a real mouse. He's seen fake mice.
That's
cute. Never a real mouse. Not one that moves really on its own fully, so.
He's never, like, caught a mouse? No, we've
never had mice. And then in here, we culled we basically culled all of them inside the house before we brought the cats. Because we had that whole month before we moved in fully. Before we brought the cats. So we got all of the ones that were in the house out. So. They've never actually seen a mouse. Now they have a little pet mouse.
That is super cute. Yes.
I hope that makes up for an accidental death of the friendly. Well, I say friendly, but the chipmunk that was living right outside that we accidentally killed that got into one of our traps. And oh boy, did we feel guilty for that one. I keep telling Nick, I'm like, you killed Matt the monk.
Ooh. Oh.
We've murdered him. We've murdered our son's little entertainment and friend. He was living right outside in the well, like near the well.
Oh no.
And he hasn't been around since we found that dead chipmunk, so. Oh, sorry, we felt so bad on that one. There was the. Oof. Oof.
How's your family doing?
I was like, I hope you don't have a family. I only ever saw. I'm pretty sure it was only one that I saw around there, but who knows? It's hard to tell them apart. So.
Yeah, and who knows how far they like travel?
Exactly.
I guess like within each other's yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
That one was devastating. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt because he was getting into our barn. He was coming into our barn, and he was scampering around in there, and he wasn't going.
not.
He wasn't going to the snap traps or the vector trap that we had. He wasn't hitting any of those. It was the bucket that got him. It was the bucket.
Oh no. The bucket of poison.
Yeah, the bucket actually had water and stuff in it and everything, and it was sad. It was sad. Yeah, it was. So now we have a mouse.
Chip.
To, maybe make up for a little bit of the death that's been happening in here.
That has been caused by the hands of you.
The hands of us, so. Yeah. The unfortunate circumstances of owning a home is the death that comes with it to protect your home.
It's so sad.
I hate to do it, but I can't let you in here. You dig holes and chop wires and pee in places and poop everywhere. I can't have that.
Come on.
We gotta replace the ceiling out on this porch at some point. Probably next spring or summer we'll do it, because there is a creature up there, and you can see the stains.
There is a creature.
All the seed and bedding falls out from it. So there's something up there. We don't know what, but that's next spring or summer's project. More than likely, is to redo that porch a bit, because that is the cat's porch.
I think that porch is so pretty. It lets in so much light without letting in all of the cold.
Yeah, I've got to plastic off the part that connects them, so that way it's cut off a bit more from the cold air. And then if I have to, for keeping it warmer in here during the winter, I'll just put a curtain over their window that lets them in, because they know how to move curtains out of the way, so... They've got plenty of experience with moving a curtain to get through a window, or two-way window. They know.
They ain't gonna let that stop them.
They know what they're doing when it comes to getting into a window. So, yeah.
Oh, to be a cat in your house.
For real. Absolutely. Well, do you have anything to add that's happened in the meantime? I don't know if you have. It hasn't been that long, so aside from the Chaos Queen down there, she's fucking taking over on that shit right now. It's usually the cats, but today it's Chloe.
Drama.
Today it's the drama queen.
I'm the queen of drama. I'm ignoring her because
that's usually the best way to do it, is just ignore them.
Yes, because I've already done all the things.
Where's DR?
So,
where's Dog Resources?
He, unfortunately, his grandfather passed away, so he's in Florida attending his services.
That's so sad.
So, Dog Resources.
Okay, no, that's a good reason. That's... Well, not a good, not a valid. It's a valid reason for not being here.
I'm telling him he said that.
If he ever listens to this episode, he'll find out.
I am telling him you said that. I'm gonna say, I told Kaylie your grandfather died. And she said
I feel like Mark's gonna know that I didn't say that, and he's gonna be like, "Are you sure that's what she said?"
It's like the Kaylie I've met, right?
That you've known for years. and that although she rags on me on the podcast, that's what she said. Good.
Might be taking it too far.
No, I did not. No. Stop it.
No.
I'm gonna message him like, if Laura tells you that I said good about your grandfather dying, you call her a liar and make liar face. I'm so sorry for your loss. She's a jerk. You deserve better, Mark. He's gonna be so confused.
Hey. That's alright. Because unfortunately attending a service tomorrow, I think, but it is 85 degrees and humid in Florida, so.
Terrible. Get rid of the humidity and that's probably fine, but.
No, I said that's perfect. Humid me up, alright? My hair is so curly in the humid.
I get frizzy in the humidity, so.
Oh, that's me in the winter.
I mean, I'm just frizzy 24/7. I'm just frizzy 24/7, but especially in the humidity.
Yeah, don't let her lie.
I never said I wasn't. I ain't over here being like I never got frizz. I'm frizz 24/7. I wish I could not have frizz, but I've just accepted my hair's always gonna be on the frizzy side. What is happening over there? What is she doing? I can see in your phone. I can see your camera. What's happening?
She likes to do some corn cobbing. So she found this pillow that's right here that used to be on the...
Oh, she got your ass.
No, well, I was gonna send it to you. Apparently not. But she was corn cobbing on a seat pillow. Instead of, like, anything else. She just finds random shit. So
other than Mark's grandfather passing away...
Yeah, aside from that news, I think I was just telling you about it, so I'll tell y'all about it, is that I went to my friend Gina's house, and we were painting, and I started painting a set of, like, 12 little mushrooms. I've only done, like, 4, because I'm going to paint them and then hide them around my mom's house next time I see her, because that's what we do.
It's fun stuff.
So, it's cool. It's exciting, because this is the first time I've painted them instead of just getting pre-done ones, so
it's fun.
It'll be fun.
Cute.
I do want to wonder, though, with the people listening, have you, by chance, ever found a little mushroom in your house before?
Okay, so are you ready for this? Yes. I have. And now I feel like it's because of you that I found a random mushroom in my house. This makes a lot more sense now, because I found a mushroom in my bathroom one day.
Yeah.
On a shelf, on my shelf. And I sat there, it's a little wooden mushroom, little red top with white dots, and I sat there and I went, where did this come from? It's still there. I left it there, but I was like, I don't know where this came from. I was genuinely baffled. I didn't even think of you.
The ghosts are getting
I was
very
so
creative,
confused
right?
as to where this mushroom came from. Well, now I know it was you.
I wondered if bringing up the conversation was going to make you wonder about things.
No, it did. I was
just
like,
had to ask you.
Actually, it wasn't until now, though, that I thought of it. Not the first conversation. I forgot about the mushroom.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here like,
because
wait, could that mushroom in my house be from her? Is that where that random ass mushroom came from?
Like 6 months ago? Weird. No, maybe like 3 or 4. But this bitch. But I hid like 13 or 14 of those mushrooms.
That's so funny.
Because I bought them originally to hide them at anybody's house that I went to. And so I did that for a while, but I still had a handful of them left, so I just
don't go to enough people's homes to do that, so... Yeah. Go to your client's house and leave a mushroom.
Leave a mushroom. Honestly, I think they'd love that.
What is this girl's issue?
No. Lay down. Lay down.
We have a rebellion happening over here, guys.
Stay. Chill out.
No, we do not condone your dog smoking weed. Do not come at us for that comment. Yeah, Chloe's like,
no, but she does need a chill pill.
But she's like, yeah, Mom, don't say that.
Mom. I'm just gonna have to close the door and not let the Wi-Fi in. Don't make me. Lay down.
We'll struggle if we have to. Don't make us do it.
If only DR was here. It's funny because we got Peanut Gallery and then we got the DR.
I love that he's been deemed DR now. That's what he is. He's DR now. He's dog resources. Alright. Whenever Chloe's ready to let us move on.
Out.
Oh, she's getting booted.
Out.
She's getting booted.
Out.
She and the Wi-Fi are getting booted.
I'm gonna have to shut the Wi-Fi off on my phone. But nobody else is home, so maybe that'll help.
I have faith. I have faith.
And I'll give it 10 minutes, and maybe by then she'll realize.
Exactly. But in the meantime, I guess let's move on to the kitty corner real quick. You know.
Girl, I almost forgot.
We'll do a quick kitty corner.
I keep almost forgetting. That's exciting because we got a kitty.
She's feeling better today this week, folks. Kitty corner. She's feeling better this week. We got a musical number this time. Woo!
Yes, 80% better. We're still a little sniffly, but that's all right. I don't feel dead anymore.
Exactly. That's what matters. All right. So we're gonna keep with the big cats. I'm gonna give you some lion facts. This one is a small one, so I'm just gonna give you a couple of them. This comes from lionrecoveryfund.org. That'll be linked down below. You can also donate to them if you want. So
beautiful. We do love lions.
The males of this majestic species weigh up to 570 pounds. And females up to 277 pounds. It's crazy.
I was gonna say it's kind of crazy that they're half.
They're about
weight,
double.
I guess.
Yeah. It's just about double because the lionesses are about 300 and the lions are just about 600. They're like just under. They're the same weight, just a few hundred difference.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Lions form prides that consist of groups of adult females, smaller numbers of males, subadults, and cubs. The adult females in a pride are typically all related through unrelated subadults, though unrelated subadults are sometimes allowed to join.
That's pretty cool. And then, like, none of the males are related because that would be too much?
Yeah, I think so. They don't consist of a lot of males. It's usually a lot less males. Male cubs leave the pride and stay together as nomads until they are mature and manage to take over a pride. These nomadic groups sometimes accept unrelated males in order to boost their numbers and their prospects of taking over a pride. As they do also frequently hunt cooperatively and tackle a lot of different prey from rodent to large herbivores.
Yes, they do. Even elephants.
Okay. Those are our little cat facts, because I forgot to say cat facts before we did the cat facts. I just did the cat facts. We jumped in the kitty corner and just started spouting cat facts. I'm sorry. Now we're doing the cat stories.
Cat stories.
And we're gonna talk about Christian the lion. I don't know if you know about Christian the lion, but Christian was a lion cub who was born in captivity and then adopted by John Rendell and Anthony Ace Bork in 1969. The two men raised Christian to be a loving, playful lion, but when he grew to be too big to remain in captivity, the two friends released him into the wild, where he could be a real lion. A few years later, the two men went on an adventure to find Christian and see if he remembered them. Wildlife experts warned them not to, that the giant cat would be too wild, but the opposite happened. Christian the lion remembered his foster fathers and ran into their arms immediately.
I do think I've seen a video of that.
I thought there was a movie made about this.
Quite possibly.
Hold on.
What is it? What are their names again?
I'm reading the Wikipedia. It's Rendell and Bork. Yes. Yeah, in 1971, to help finance Christian's return to the wild, they wrote a book, A Lion Called Christian, alongside the book 2 one-hour documentaries written, produced, and directed by Bill, entitled The Lions from the World's End and Christian the Lion were also made. The second of these contained a filmed reunion of Ace and John with Christian. So yeah, we've probably seen the video. Yeah, yep, it did become a viral video. It was picked up by a MySpace user.
Cause he it fully hugs him. The lion fully tackles and hugs them. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a quick little story about Christian the Lion. Thought that was a cute little. I mean, most people know it, I feel like, but not everybody. So.
Yeah, and that's I like it a lot because it just shows how intelligent animals truly are. Especially emotionally.
I mean, and a lot of the time, it's often, I feel like, by scent that they tend to remember people and stuff.
Which makes sense.
I'm pretty sure that's how they remember each other, is usually through, like
that.
Scent and everything, so.
That all good old olfactory memory right there.
So yeah, that is the little kitty corner that we got for you. So we're gonna jump into the next shit, which is keeping on with the spooky theme, because this episode is gonna come out on Halloween. So we are gonna read to you guys some little creepypastas. We each found a couple to read to you. And let's get into it, you know?
We're gonna go and do that.
Yeah. So Laura, do you want to go first? Do you want me to read first? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Okay.
Crazy out
All
there.
right.
She's been crazy, even out there. She's going through the trash, but I'm just gonna let her do her stupid thing. There's nothing even in there. It's literally tissues, girl. I've been sick.
Yeah. You nasty.
But, you nasty. But I will go first.
Cool.
I'm gonna go with a little bit longer of a one. You know, I think it said like 10-ish minute read or something. Cool. Is that all right? Yeah. I feel like it might go faster.
I think my longer one is like 8 minutes roughly, so.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what the title is because I didn't copy and paste that part. But I don't like titles anyways. Sometimes I feel like it just gives it away.
That's okay.
Okay. It just starts with, he turns the steering wheel in different directions, taking different roads when he needs to. He needs to go through the woods to get to his destination. He's confused, but not about that. What confuses him is why his sister is being so silent as she sits in the back seat. The time is currently 6:36, and he just picked up Emily from her friend Julia's house. He was thankful he didn't have to get out of the car and knock on the door as she was already standing out in the yard waiting for him. He had tried making conversation with her. How'd it go at Julia's? Did you have fun? Has her rabbit gotten better? But everything he said was met with silence. It weirds him out, and he grows slightly concerned. Is she okay? But an uncomfortable knot forms in his stomach when he glances in the rearview mirror and sees her staring at him. With a look of hunger in her eyes, staring at the side of his neck. Are you all right, Em? She doesn't reply. He looks back again when he hears an odd sound come from her mouth and sees her licking her lips. What are you doing? No answer. He lets out a shaky sigh before reaching and turning the radio on to put some music in the car and distract him from the situation. Eventually they pull up in the driveway and he stops the car, unbuckling and opening his door. He looks back and she's still sitting there, unmoving. but her eyes follow him. Come on, Emily. You can't stay out here. What are you doing? Nothing. Seriously, what has gotten into you? You haven't said a word. No sound leaves her mouth as she unbuckles, opens the door, and steps out of the car. He runs his hand through his hair in slight confusion and relief, before reaching back in the car and grabbing his phone out from one of the little slots beside the cup holder. He presses the button as he closes the door and heads toward the front door of the house, his sister following behind. Are you having moments over there?
Ruda is yelling for attention at her father because she's not getting attention from me right now because we're doing this. So she's yelling at him for attention. Yeah.
Do you need the CR?
the cat resources.
The cat resources. We got them all covered, don't worry.
Poor Mark, he has to be DR and CR, dang.
Yeah, double duty over here.
Double duty. Double dip and double duty.
It continues by saying, I look down at my phone, 2 missed calls and 12 unread messages from Emily. What? He mutters, confusion lacing his voice. Why was she texting me? He thinks, when was she texting me? The time now reads 7:13. He feels uneasy, like something's not quite right, but he doesn't know what exactly. Pulling out the key and sticking it into the hole in the knob, he opens the door and walks inside. When he looks behind him, Emily isn't there. Emily? He raises an eyebrow as he turns to look for her. Emily, where'd you go? Emily? He doesn't see her. He suddenly sees an Emily-shaped shadow walk into the yard, and he follows. What are you doing? You know but he stops. Nobody's there. This feeling of dread hits him in the chest as he looks out into the dark woods beside his house. He sees a figure standing
Never look
just
into the dark woods outside your house.
I kind of do sometimes.
I do, and then I get creeped out, and then I look away.
And then I guess, like, I gotta go inside.
I gotta go back.
But unfortunately for this man, he did look.
Yes, he did.
And he sees a dark figure standing just behind the outline of the trees. It's short with long hair, just like Emily. This isn't right. Has she lost her mind? Maybe it's him that's losing his mind. Chills run up his spine as he walks closer to her. Emily, what are you doing? She turns and runs out of sight. This doesn't make any sense. She's usually terrified of the woods, especially at night. There's no way she'd go in there unless something was wrong. Without thinking, he takes off through the trees. He doesn't know what's going on, but he isn't going to let Emily get herself into danger. He turns the flashlight on his phone as he pushes past all the weeds in his way and avoids tripping over anything. Emily, he calls, come out right now. His head turns when he hears a twig snap. Come on, Emily. If this is some kind of prank, it's not funny. The tension rises beneath him as complete silence fills his ears. Oh no, is it a bear? Or a panther? He shines the flashlight in every direction, trying to see something, anything. He can feel his breathing quicken. Is Emily okay? Snap. No. Another twig. No. No. He's not going to leave her out here alone. He's going to find her, even if he dies trying. He feels his phone buzz against his palm, and he looks at the screen. Another text from Emily, and he lets out a relieved breath. At least she's still alive. He opens his messages and reads over what she said before letting out a confused and fearful gasp. Crack. This time, it's the leaves, and it comes from directly behind him. His hand shakes as he slowly turns around and lays eyes on her. A low growl. A scream. Silence. His phone buzzes and glows from the ground. 6:34. Dude, what happened to picking me up? 6:36. Mike, answer me. 6:37. What are you doing? 6:41. Idiot. Reply, please. 6:43. Mike. 6:50. Mike. 7:02. Mom isn't answering either. 7:05. Somebody please reply. 7:11. Come on. 7:14. I can't stay at Julia's forever. 7:16. Are you alive, Mike? 7:20. Talk to me. 7:34. Ugh, I'm coming home. And that's just the end of the story.
That's how it ends?
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, he's not alive anymore. Just
Mike's dead. I think you knew that when you asked that.
Mike's fucking dead. Jesus.
And like dead. I guess he could have turned into something depending on what this creature was, but he's probably dead.
I'm going with dead. Just throwing that out there. I'm going with dead.
Once the forest goes silent,
once the forest goes silent, there's a problem. The forest should not be like fully silent. Even at night, there's still noises happening. But when you get full, pure, like unadulterated silence, run.
Especially after it wasn't silent, and then you hear it go silent.
Run. Get out of the woods as fast as you can. Leave. You are in danger.
Immediate danger, basically, I would say.
Yeah. Don't trust silent woods.
So. Nope. Oh, Mike.
Rest in peace, Mike.
I don't know if I would make Mike-like decisions, but, maybe. Maybe I'd run in the woods.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd run into the woods. Sorry, I'm rolling a joint really quick for peanut gallery.
You're okay. That's just like, maybe. I don't know. Oh, no. She is gone. First it was me, now it is she. She is gone and I am all alone. Gone.
Hello?
All alone.
I need you to know that when I came back...
We're still recording.
It's usually not. I need you to know when I came back...
Yep.
But I disappeared. I was still here. I could still see you and hear you, but I disappeared for some reason. But yet I could still see the video.
Oh.
You're just like, oh, she disappeared. I'm like, but I'm still here. What do you mean?
Oh? Like, she was like, you were like,
yeah, no,
gone.
I was. Like I was gone, but it just didn't
backspace,
boot me for some reason like it usually does. So I just refreshed.
What the hell?
And then I was back. I'm glad it's still recording. Usually
fun.
It stops. That makes my life easier because I hate when it makes me have to put 2 tracks together. Because technically it's 4 tracks.
Exactly.
Because
so the glitch was in your
we
favor.
both have a track, and then when it gets, then I got 4 tracks that I got to put into 2 tracks. And
it's a good time.
Yeah.
From what I hear.
Sure.
It's the best.
Yeah. I love editing so much. That's why I'm always late putting out episodes. Don't worry, I can call myself out, guys. Don't worry. I can call myself out.
It's alright. We got full-time jobs, alright? In life, so.
Anyways.
It's cool that he could still smoke even with his
jaw
wire
he can still
shut.
inhale.
No, I know, but like that it's like medically okay. Because obviously after you get your teeth ripped out, you're not supposed to. But then like I don't know what wiring your jaw shut means.
Wound, which wasn't an opened wound by then, he was past his 2-week mark. I'm pretty sure, or at least week mark.
Good.
His he wasn't at risk of dry socket or anything like that from his teeth. That was the only risk. So he had already been over a week since that was a risk. So that was healed enough that he could smoke.
He could smoke.
The jaw stuff, there was no cutting of his mouth or face or anything like that. That was just them literally needing to readjust his jaw and then keep it in place. So, yeah.
Yikes, dude.
Yeah. So.
Stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, no, not great. Not great. So, alright. Anyways, moving on. Let us get into my story. I'm going to do my longer one first as well. It's about an 8-minute read, it says, but it will probably go faster. Who knows? I'm a fast reader. We'll see.
Yeah? You got this.
I'll give you the title because it doesn't really give much away. It's called Stop 115.
Yeah, that gives nothing away.
I smelled the coal smoke before I opened my eyes. For a moment, I was 8 again, in the shop where my grandfather repaired motors. I used to sit by his old stove and watch him work. "Hannah, what's the piston firing order of a small block Chevrolet?" he'd ask, and I'd recite 184365572. He'd laugh and toss me one of the snack-sized Hershey bars he kept in his toolbox. But the lurching and pitching, where was I? Opening my eyes took more effort than it should have. My head felt leaden, leaning against something cool and smooth. Finally, I cracked my eyelids. Scenery whizzed by outside. Lush green mountains, a clear blue sky. Where was I? I couldn't think. I struggled to raise my head, but it immediately fell back against my seat. Was I on a train? "I want my mama," a little voice whimpered, and I managed to raise my head to look at the seat across from me. A girl of about 4 lay on it, sucking her thumb. She seemed as lethargic as I felt. She also looked familiar, but I couldn't think. My head throbbed, and I felt queasy. Someone moved swiftly down the aisle, a lady in a bright blue uniform. She knelt beside the girl. "It's okay, sweetie. You'll see your mama soon." I tried to get her attention. She whipped her head around and I cried out. Her eyes were black as coal, but I blinked and it was gone. She looked at me with concern in her sky blue eyes. "Are you okay?" she asked. "My head. It's probably from the smoke from the train." Then she walked away. Someone groaned to my right. A blonde guy about my age slumped forward. He turned and squinted at me. "Jake," I whispered. "I am Jake," he said, as if it had just occurred to him. "What?" "I don't know." He closed his eyes. I remembered him, somehow. Number 7 on his black jersey. I pictured him at a locker, helping me open mine, and I knew without being able to see it clearly that the baseball cap he wore backwards had a Red Sox symbol on it. Looking beyond him out his window, I tried to recall where I'd been just before the train. "I'm gonna be sick," he said, and struggled to his feet. He made it halfway down the aisle before the lady in blue stopped him. "Please return to your seat," she said. "Restroom," he muttered. "I'm sick." "It will pass," she said cheerfully, and turned to pull him back. He shook her hand off and lurched down the aisle. At the end, he disappeared into a door to his left. The lady in blue looked anxious. She glanced at the other passengers, but no one else seemed strong enough to stand. Lips pursed, she waited for him. Finally, the door opened, and he staggered out, pale and red-eyed. He looked annoyed to see the lady in blue waiting. He turned as if to go through the door to another car, and she freaked out. "Stop!" she cried. "You can't go in there." She almost shoved him down in her attempts to get between him and the door. He lifted his eyebrows and held his hands up in surrender. Then he headed back down the aisle. Instead of taking his previous seat, he fell into the seat next to me. "Please return to your seat," she said, and he ignored her. "Young man, where are we?" he demanded. "Where are we going?" She strode to the first seat of the car where a man in the same type of blue uniform sat. He turned to look at us, and then they whispered behind their hands. "What's going on?" Jake said. "I can't remember. My head hurts." "Mine too. Do you think we were drugged?" He looked at me, but then at the little girl in the seat in front of us. "But why? The last thing I remember is Mr. Greeley yelling at me." "He yelled at you for sleeping in detention." "That's right." You're Hannah. Goodness gracious. Adding some creepy background noise. Ooh, she getting scolded. I shall continue. I have a bad feeling, he said. We need to get off this train. The two employees still watched us. Jake lowered his head and said, these kids, they're from our school. And the younger ones. He tipped his head to the girl. I think they're from the daycare next to our detention room. I looked at the girl surprised. Mrs. Campbell's daughter, Allie. A voice came from the loudspeaker. Approaching stop 105. All passengers remain seated unless a service member directs you otherwise. Only people with tickets for stop 105 will be allowed to disembark there. Do you have a ticket? Jake asked. Before I could look, the two service members in our car moved quickly down the aisle, closing the blinds over the windows. Jake tried to stop the man from closing ours. Leave ours open, please, he said, and the man closed it anyway. Jake reached for it, and the man grabbed his wrist. Don't touch that, he said, and for a moment his eyes flashed black. There are things on this journey you do not want to see. Stop 105 holds many of these things. In fact, you do not wish to see any of these stops until we get to stop 110. He smiled and said, enjoy your ride. We watched him walk away. Did you see that? Jake hissed. His eyes. Yes, I whispered, and hers were the same earlier. I thought I imagined it. The train lurched to a stop. No one from our car is disembarking at the stop. The lady in blue announced with a smile, perhaps you should close your eyes and take a nap. It will help the time pass. She took a blanket from the overhead compartment and tucked it in around me. Jake refused the one she offered him. Rest your eyes, honey, she said, and I'll wake you when we reach your stop. A nap. I still felt so groggy, and my head wouldn't stop pounding. Maybe if I just closed my eyes for just a minute. Stay awake, Jake nudged me with his knee. We can't go to sleep. I opened my eyes and noticed Allie was asleep, snoring softly. All over the car, passengers slept. Some faces I knew, others were still hazy. Hannah, Jake whispered. Do you hear that? I did. It sounded like the wolves howling, or moving quicker than that. I was capable of, at that moment, Jake reached across around me and opened the shade. What had been sunny and lush only moments ago was dark and barren. People lurched into the darkness, then yellow lights appeared. It took me a second to realize they were eyes. Something jumped at our window and I screamed. I had a flash of scraggly black fur and yellow eyes as it slammed against the glass, when the man in blue was there yanking on the shade. I told you not to touch that, he yelled. What the hell was that? Jake cried. Where are we? Where are you taking us? To a nicer place than this. If you will listen to the rules, the man snapped, looking rattled. He stood right beside us until the train chugged into motion again. Along with the howls, I imagined I heard screaming. Jake took my hand. His fingers felt icy in mine, and I looked down. His fingers were pale, the nail beds cherry red. So were mine. So were Allie's. We have to get off this train, Jake said. His reddened eyes and lips stood out against his pale skin. You don't look so good, he said. I was sleepy. Every time my head dipped, Jake squeezed my fingers. I dozed somewhere between stops 106 and 107. But Jake kept bringing me back. The two employees in blue still stared at us. Finally, the man came towards us. I need to see your tickets, please. He didn't even try to hide the black flash in his eyes when he said, now. I dug through my pockets and produced a yellow ticket from my jacket. It simply read stop 115. Jake searched through his pockets and yielded nothing. What can I tell you, man? He said. If you'd tell me how I got on this damn train, I might know where my ticket is. The lady in blue approached and the man hissed. He doesn't belong here. I told you so. Her eyes widened and her mouth gaped. Impossible. He's too strong, the man said. We cannot stay on here. The woman frowned at us and pulled the man away. We watched them engaged in an animated conversation. They're gonna kick me off, Jake said. I want to go with you, I said. Please don't leave me. I won't, he promised, and squeezed my fingers. I don't know where we're going, but I don't trust them. He glanced out the window. I used to like trains when I was a kid. This one seems kind of slow. I figure we're doing about 80 miles per hour. If we try to jump at this speed, we're probably dead. But have you noticed how much it slows when we're approaching the stop? Maybe we have time. Maybe we have to be close to stop 109 now. Maybe we should take our chances. Jump when we get close. But he said we don't need to look outside before we get to 110. What if those creatures are there? What will we do? Jake looked up at the couple in blue that was still talking and looking at us. A third large man in blue had joined them. I don't think we have much choice. I think they're about to kick me off. Are you going with me or staying here? My hand felt cold and clammy in his, but I squeezed his fingers. I'm going. The voice over the loudspeaker announced we were approaching stop 109, and the train began to slow. Jake moved fast. He jerked up and half dragged me down the aisle. I glanced behind me and saw the people in blue running towards us, but he'd caught them off guard. He reached the door in the back of the car and threw it open. Hand in hand, we jumped into nothingness. I awoke to beeps and whir of machinery, cold and the smell of pine disinfectant. Something covered my nose. I fumbled at it, only to feel a warm hand covering mine. I expected the lady in blue, but it was a different face that hovered over mine. My eyes burned when I recognized my mom. Hannah, she cried. Grant, get the nurse. She's awake. To me, she said, honey, just be calm. Leave your oxygen mask on. You're okay. She covered her mouth with her hands, and her eyes shone with tears. You're going to be fine. What happened? I gasped. The furnace at your school. There was a carbon monoxide leak. It hurt a lot of people before anyone realized what was happening, especially on the bottom level, your classroom, the daycare. She shook her head. But you're going to be okay. They found you in a doorway with some boy. The two of you made it outside before you collapsed. That's why you're alive. Jake, I whispered, is he okay? My mother nodded. He is, and he's been asking for you. She left the room and I lay there trying to remember what happened, trying to piece together some crazy dream about a train and workers with black eyes. My mother wheeled Jake into the room. He smiled at me under the bill of his Boston Red Sox hat. Hey you, he said. You scared me. Mom smiled and parked his chair by my bedside. I'm going to go grab a sandwich with your father. Let you two talk. What happened? I asked. He frowned. I don't remember much. They said there was a carbon monoxide leak. We were the only ones from the classroom who made it out alive. I remember holding your hand, trying to get to a door, but that's about all. I wanted to ask him about the train, but that would sound crazy, right? He shook his head. What was the last thing you remember? I remember Mr. Greeley yelling at you for falling asleep. I couldn't keep my eyes open, Jake said. I guess it was the poison. Oh my goodness! I guess the poison was already hitting me. Spelling errors, sorry. I'm not sure how I even woke up enough to get out. He reached over and squeezed my hand. I looked down. Our hands were pale and the nails were still red. I'd had a crush on him since 7th grade. I couldn't believe Jake Marlowe was here, holding my hand. I laughed. I dreamed about you. I dreamed we were on a train. You saved me from these weird, black-eyed train workers. Jake's already pale face blanched. Train? He said. He pulled his hand from mine and rubbed his hands over his face, accidentally dislodging his hat. He grabbed it before it hit the floor. What the hell? He whispered, and extracted something from the inside ridge of his cap. He held it up and we both stared at it. It was a simple, yellow ticket with the words, Stop, 115, printed in black letters. And that's it. His ticket was in his hat the whole time. There was no reason to toss him off.
But also, that meant that the train thing
That's
was
what I'm
real,
wondering if
carbon monoxide, or the carbon monoxide is like
right,
a cover
but
up.
Where are the bodies? Do they have all the bodies of the people? Like, if it was carbon monoxide, but they're all on that train, how, like, what?
I like it. It's a thinker.
It's a thinker.
I have a friend who almost died via carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. In her own house.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got out. But, you know. said it was tough.
That's terrifying.
Because it really does, like, slow you down.
Yeah, yeah. Especially
makes you loopy.
If it gets
she almost
into
went
your
back in.
Well, yeah, especially if it gets into your system a little bit before you realize, like, yeah, you're gonna be fighting. You're fighting.
Yeah. Oh. Classic.
Classic, she says.
Classic.
Alright, we both read 2 longer ones.
Yes.
We have a couple of shorter ones. So, Laura... Oh, pushing buttons, dangerous things that are happening here.
Stop that right now.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this right here while we do this.
You know, I know a lot of the stories on this site are, like, made up. Yeah. But this was, like, the first one that I read. And I guess I didn't do any research on it, but it's not like some of the others. It's you know, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
It says the Lavender Town Syndrome, also known as Lavender Town Tone.
I saw this one, but I didn't read about it. I just read the little description, but I did see this one on there.
Yeah, I
think this one's like a famous one.
Okay, that's fine. I've never heard of it, but it sounds like it would be cool, but not cool because it's bad.
Cool, but not cool because it's freaky.
Yeah, but like science, you know?
Yeah.
The Lavender Town Syndrome, also known as Lavender Town Tone or Lavender Town Suicides, was a peak in suicides and illnesses of children between the ages of 7 through 12, shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th, 1996.
Darn Pokemon.
Of course, rumors say that these suicides and illnesses only occurred after the children playing the game reached Lavender Town, whose theme music had extremely high frequencies that studies showed that only children and young teens can hear since their ears are more sensitive.
Okay, yes, I have heard this one before.
Okay.
But it is creepy. It is really
weird, you know?
It's so weird.
I like it. Due to the lavender tone, at least 200 children supposedly committed suicide, and many more developed illnesses and afflictions. The children who committed suicide usually did so by hanging or jumping from heights. Those who did not act irrationally complained of severe headaches after listening to Lavender Town's theme. Although Lavender Town now sounds differently depending on the game, this mass hysteria was caused by the first Pokemon game released. After the Lavender Tone incident, the programmers had fixed Lavender Town's theme music to be at a lower frequency, and since then, children were no longer affected by it. That was literally it, and I was like, I don't know if that's true.
I don't think it is, because I feel like that'd be a more significant thing in history.
For real.
But who knows?
Somebody's trying to make Pokemon look bad. At least in 1996.
Right, at least in 1996.
Back to our year of our birth.
The year of our birth. Of your Lord and Saviors, Kaylie and Laura. Because remember, you are in a cult.
Yes. I know we
don't remind you often, but
you shouldn't need reminding, so if you're in our cult.
Exactly. Alright. I've got one for you here. I'm not gonna tell you the title, because it definitely gives it away.
Okay.
Heather was at her friend Jenny's house one afternoon. It was just after school, and Jenny's parents hadn't arrived home from work yet. It was just the two of them, and they were engrossed in a board game. Heather was having a good time, except they were playing in a room adjacent to Jenny's parents' bedroom. And every now and then, Heather would glance up through the open door of that bedroom to see a little girl doll sitting up on the bed. Its eyes appeared to be staring at them. She tried to ignore it, but over time it started to get to her. "I'm sorry," she said, "but I can't concentrate. That doll on the bed over there is giving me the creeps." "Oh, no problem," Jenny replied. She went to the room and closed the door to calm Heather down. When the two friends resumed their game, it hadn't been long, however, before Heather glanced up again. The door was open once again, and again the doll appeared to be staring at them. Jenny couldn't understand it. She could swear that there was nobody else home, and that there was no way the door could have opened without the knob being turned. Shrugging, she went up to the bedroom and closed the door, this time making sure that it clicked shut. But again and again they would check the door and find it wide open. Heather was starting to get very scared. Finally, Jenny had enough of this. She went into the bedroom, grabbed the doll, and threw it into the closet, slamming it shut. She then slammed the bedroom door shut behind her, and they resumed their game. For a while, things appeared to be going well, but then Heather glanced up one last time. All of a sudden, she stood up and said goodbye and ran home as fast as she could. This time, when Jenny looked up, she saw the bedroom door slightly ajar, with a chair propped behind it, and sitting on the chair, peeking through the opening at them, was the doll.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Because
Called the staring doll.
There are many haunted dolls that have done many horrific things, so I'm all set with that.
Yep. Same.
It's a hard pass. But thank you. I like it. I like it for spooky season.
No,
but not for my personal life.
No. You see, not for personal life. Personally, not interested. No, not interested in that. But fun make-believe, yes.
Fun make-believe, and it stayed that way.
Do you have any more stories, or is that it?
I'll have one more.
Okay.
It's a shorter one if we're up for it.
No, yeah, definitely. I have one more really short one too.
Beautiful.
It's only like 2 minutes of a read for me, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for this one.
Cool.
I don't know how long I've been running, nor do I care. I just know I have to get away, escape from the creature and its rancid, hot breath. I can almost hear its heavy paws giving chase, snapping the slender branches on the ground as it covers the distance between us. The hair on the back of my neck rises, and I have to force my fear down or else I'll stop. My legs will give in and I won't be able to go on. I must not stop. I must not turn back. Suddenly, my foot gets caught in a raised root. I fall hard, scraping my hands and knees with a few sharp rocks. I scramble back to my feet, cutting my right cheek with a nearby branch. The smell of blood registers first, and I cover my nose and mouth with a trembling hand as I resume my desperate escape. Nausea rises in me, along with another urge. I can feel it running through my veins, slowly poisoning my very soul with each ragged breath, but I'm still in range. I have to get away. Pain hits me like a truck, demanding my immediate attention to what I know is unavoidable. It has finally reached me. I can't go any further now. Oh God, I tried. You know I tried. I close my eyes and let the image engulf me, memories of the fatal night that changed my life forever. Sharp fangs covered in my blood flash before my terrified gaze before they resume their feast. I hear a gunshot, a painful whine, and the voice of my rescuer in my mind, an echo of a time long past. The creature was destroyed years ago, but I always recall the doomed chase in nights like this. It forces me to run faster, to place enough distance between us for the sake of those around me, but it always catches up with me in the end. Bones snap and rearrange themselves, wrapping me in pure agony. Thankfully, the process is quick, and soon only my rough panting disrupts the otherwise silent park. Oh. I feel like this is a different part of the story, because I copy and paste shit. We were back to that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like all on the same page.
Interesting.
I'm gonna skip it. But the other one, I think is one of my worst fears, to be attacked by an animal. Just saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's why I gave you that one, is because that's a real life look at fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's terrifying. No, thank you. Okay, alright, here's my last story. It's not super long. In 1984, there lived an old widowed lady by herself in a 2-story house who was completely immobile and bound to her wheelchair. Ever since the mysterious death of her husband, she required the aid of a carer who would visit her daily to help her with everyday tasks. What made it even more difficult was the fact that the 2 floors of the house were only connected by old staircases inside, or by an old staircase inside. When the old lady needed to move between the 2, the carer would have to carry her frail body like an infant up and down the stairs. One day, the police received a call from the widow. There had been a murder. Since police units were scarce at the time and the murderer had already fled the scene, only one detective was sent out to conduct the initial crime scene report. He arrived to see the carer's body splayed out on the floor with her vocal cords ripped out in a pool of blood on the first level of the house, with the old lady atop the staircase in her wheelchair watching him, still and silently, seemingly in shock. He could immediately rule her out as a suspect due to her inability to move up and down the stairs. And because she was trapped up there the time the murder took place, it was similar to the death of her husband many years ago, who had suffocated in his sleep on the couch downstairs. The detective put on his gloves, took photos, swabbed for evidence, and covered the body until the coroner arrived later. All routine business. He scoped the house downstairs for any clues, then asked the old lady if he could look upstairs. She insisted that she was upstairs the whole time and no one apart from her had been up there that day. But regardless of this, the detective ascended the staircase, to which she hesitantly moved aside. Beyond the staircase, there was a narrow corridor, with 3 closed doors along it. He checked behind each of the doors: the empty bedroom, nothing. The bathroom, nothing. He became anxious as he slowly made his way to the final bedroom, where the old lady slept. He opened it, and everything looked normal. A bed, a wardrobe, and a bedside table with a lamp. He checked every wall of the room in horror, as it was not what he discovered, but it was what he didn't discover that made him stop dead in his tracks and slowly reach for his gun in its holster. It was a detail so minor that they had completely overlooked it on the last investigation of the husband's death. There was no phone upstairs. He suddenly heard a noise as he withdrew his gun and rushed out of the room, only to find an empty wheelchair atop the stairs. I can hear a cat meowing.
Yes, it is Henry. He is now officially the drama, now that drama number 1 has relaxed.
Yeah.
His time to the stage has
arrived.
But what do you think the thing that he found was? Was it just like not enough room for a wheelchair? Like, what do we...
No, it was that there's no phone upstairs. How did she call for 911 if she can't go down the stairs?
I missed that.
Yeah, he looked in every room. That was literally what the ending was.
Well, yeah, but I thought it was like, oh, there was something there that showed me that blah, 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 that was missed before, and it was like,
it wasn't what he... No, it's not what he discovered, it's what he didn't discover, that there was no phone upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no phone. He didn't find any phone.
Drama King, I think, was a distracting factor, just putting that out there, but that is very creepy, and now she's out and about.
Or was about to kill him and just moved and was, like, out of his, you know.
True.
I'm assuming she's some sort of demon thing.
Demon. Yikes.
Possibly, you know. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Those are our creepy stories for you guys. Our little creepy pastas for a creepy time of the year.
I like it. So sorry to cough. We're gonna have to, because I did not mute myself.
That's okay. It's okay. But yeah, so we'll wrap it up here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, topic ideas you want us to discuss on here, you can hit us up at our email, which is at chaosandcatspodcast@gmail.com.
Give us your creepy stories.
Yeah.
Alright? Give us your creepy fucking stories. Absolutely. I need to know. I need to know. My soul needs
encounters, anything like that, please. You know?
I'm so interested.
You can also hit us up at our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, which are all at Chaos and Cats Pod. Our YouTube is at Chaos and Cats Podcast. And our personal Instagrams are all linked down below. Everything is down below in the episode description, notes, whatever you want to call it. And that is it.
Mm-hmm.
That is where we're going to end it.
What we got.
I hope you had a wonderful, spooky October and Halloween. And stay safe out there.
Yes.
While you're doing your Halloween celebrations. And goodbye.
See you next spooky season.